Washington Nationals.
See you later.
On Mesa.
That's what I'm talking about.
And streaming live on the Mesa app. It all starts right now.
And here we are, close to the beach, West Palm Beach. Barely any clouds in the sky most of the day. We're going to have an 80-degree evening for the Nationals. Their final weekend gets underway here. The Cardinals are down from Jupiter. They have the winningest record of any team in spring training, and the Nats have a winning record too. Those records don't mean a whole lot in spring training, but why not get into the winning habit? And I think, Franny, the thing we're going to see from our ball club this year, not sure what the win total is going to be and all that. That's for later. This team's going to play better fundamental baseball. There is no doubt about that.
We've mentioned before, they're way more athletic. And the depth that they have at the starter position, to me, on the mound, is the reason why you're going to most likely see less losses. Better pitching equals less losses. That's just a fact. How do you do that? You got to have 1 through 5 or 1 through 7 that have that opportunity to get out there to be consistent. We've seen that of late. That is the part where I'm looking at going, it doesn't matter wins or losses. What you want to see is a better brand of baseball. We've seen it. We have started to really see it here consistently throughout spring training.
Yeah, and I think on the defensive side, it's going to be huge. Now, last week, the bad news was about Cade Cavalli with his Tommy John surgery. Cade has had that surgery, and now it's Chad Kuhl's turn to step into the rotation. Big league experience with the Pirates and Colorado last year, not the easiest place to pitch.
No, and you're looking at a guy that has to find something. Well, that something has started to be the uptick in velocity. We're starting to see some 6s and 7s in. That's 96 and 97 to everybody. Sinker slider guy. That having experience is huge. Getting out of Colorado is even bigger, I think, for a guy like that. It's like getting the bat weight off the bat right there for him. So being able to come out here, have an opportunity after Cade goes down, this is big.
Yeah, so Chad Kuhl for the Nats tonight. Miles Michaelis will go for the Cardinals. It's an absolutely gorgeous evening for our final spring training telecast from West Palm. Beautiful evening, ballpark of the Palm Beaches. A lot of red in the stands for the Nats and the Cardinals. In fact, a lot of red on the field. Both clubs are wearing their red uniforms. Not a problem for baseball. It's absolutely gorgeous. Cardinals are hitting .251 this spring. Nats are hitting .255. And the St. Louis lineup features some of the young players like Dylan Carlson, talented young outfielder. Nolan Gorman, the DH. Nolan Arenado coming off the WBC, and evidently his hand's okay after getting hit by the pitch. Paul Goldschmidt is not here with them down from Jupiter tonight. And that kid at shortstop, Mason Wynn, they're already calling him a wizard defensively. That's something when you say that in a place like St. Louis. So here is Chad Kuhl. Rockies last year, 137 innings, 110 strikeouts, and good sinker, good slider action, Franny. This guy, if he's going well, throws a lot of ground balls.
Right, and sometimes you can eliminate what you saw last year. A sinker slider guy, that's a hard thing to do in Colorado. But we're seeing the uptick right now in velocity. We've seen a lot of 96, a lot of 97. He wants to get ground ball, soft contact, what he's trying to do, and keep the ball down. That's Chad Kuhl for you. Here's the Nats defense behind Chad Kuhl. Corey Dickerson in left field, Lane Thomas in center. So you got former St. Louis guys there, Bob, with you here out there in left and center. Alex Collin right, Candelario Vargas left side, Garcia Meneses on the right, and Caber, the rich kid. I like calling him, I keep joking with him, the rich kid now.
I think we have a door open in the left field corner. The umpires are waiting for that to be closed out at that St. Louis bullpen out there. Close the door, guys, even though it's in foul ground.
Yeah, don't start the clock.
Let's go.
What if they called you gave you a strike right away for your own door being open?
Yeah. Well, that's their bullpen, not ours.
That's what I'm saying. Like they get a strike called on them.
So first pitch will be a minute late at 6:06. And it's a fastball popped up out there to left. Corey Dickerson was with St. Louis last year, of course. That one takes a while to come down. There is a gentle breeze blowing out toward left tonight. Kind of coming in from the right field corner last evening, and the ballpark played big. Nats could not hold on to a late lead, lost to Houston, but they're 12-10-2 on the spring. St. Louis, as I mentioned, best record. They are 14-6-4, and they're 3-1-1 against the Nats. Next up, the DH Nolan Gorman, who's hitting .310. Chad Kuhl, career 31-41, 127 big league games, 111 starts. There's the good slider.
Is it like hockey in spring training? You get a point for the tie.
Hey, there's a strikeout. Off-speed pitch diving. Gorman couldn't stop his bat. Chad Kuhl, in good fashion, quickly gets the first two.
Get ahead with the sinker, go with the curveball, then nice little, it looks like a changeup right there. And with the shadows playing at it, where was it? Down. Beautiful.
And that brings up a question I have for you, Mr. Big League Hitter. If a guy has a sinker and a changeup, how deadly of a combination can that be if you're trying to gauge when to start your hands?
Well, Bob, just depends on if it's a good sinker and a good changeup.
Well, I'm assuming they're both goods. So
then
what's
that's
up
the part.
with that?
Well, like for me, you think about the best sinker baller I ever faced, Brandon Webb.
Oh yeah.
I mean, he had the Bugs Bunny changeup to
Heavy.
go with the. Oh, it was a nasty sinker, nasty changeup. So if you want to go best and best, it's impossible because it usually the same spin, same action on it. You add in shadows, good night. It's a beautiful picture that we got going. That light.
Yeah.
It's a director's dream.
Good, boring fastball down and in on Arenado. Coming off the WBC.
Pretty good.
And he took a pitch off the hand, but evidently everybody I've talked to with the Cardinal crew says he's okay. Obviously concerned considering what happened to some other players. That one got a lot of the plate, and Arenado gets enough of it to sneak it up the middle.
I think the part you're going to look at with this in a 3-1 count leverage situation for a guy like Arenado, soft contact. It's a base hit, great. But watch where it ends up. I mean, it's a little bit more middle of the plate, but here's the deal. It's not an extra base hit. That's going to be the biggest thing this year, keeping those extra base hits to singles. Ball's in the gap.
And that's a check swing for a foul. Alec Burleson, the right fielder, hitting at 235. St. Louis won the Central, first time in 4 years last year. Most wins since they won 100 back in 15. Yadier Molina is now a WBC manager. Albert Pujols is retired. Adam Wainwright remains, but he will not be on the active roster for opening day. He will not be their starter. Miles Michaelis, who's pitching against the Nats in this game, will be their opening day starter. They're playing Toronto at home next week.
Well, that's fun for them.
0-2 and a foul.
Maybe Waino just decided, yeah, maybe I'll take the Blue Jays series off. Be good.
If I know Adam Wainwright, like I think I do,
yeah.
he wanted to pitch very badly opening day in what will probably be his last big league season. But with him, you never know. Infield to pull, and on the pitch away, the foul ball goes that way.
I think he's very Brady-like, Adam Wainwright. I think he's got a set contract ready to go for broadcasting afterwards. Pretty good.
Yeah. And Brady is now part owner of a WNBA team in Las Vegas.
And a pickleball team, Major League Pickleball team.
There's Major League Pickleball?
Just being honest with you, Bob, I think there is. It's the new thing.
Okay.
Just to own a team. I mean, why not?
Okay.
Patrick Mahomes, is he a part share of the Royals?
I don't know. Nowhere to go.
Yep, that hurt.
That one diving down and in. Burleson's got the ankle guard, the shin guard on there. So it'll be 2 on 2 out. Cool. One pitch fly ball, then a strikeout, and now an extended first inning.
It's the yank breaking ball right there, and yep, they were trying to go back foot, and not literally,
yeah.
And it did. This is the week where many big leaguers, veterans alike, guys that are, trying to make the team, that are having good springs, just be healthy. That is such a thing in the back of your mind. You just get me to the season, get me 4 days away, 5 days away.
This is 33-year-old West Palm Beach native Taylor Motter, who played at Coastal Carolina. Been in the big leagues off and on since 16. I remember the Nats facing him several years ago when he was with Seattle. He's hit 3 home runs this spring and driven in 6. There's the back pick at first. David Ruiz, and that's something our ball club and several others, Franny, have been working on a lot. And I know you and Mike Rizzo had a conversation about that this afternoon.
Yeah, well, look, with the limited pickoffs that you're going to have from pitcher over, right, the disengagements, you got 2, you're going to see more back picks. But there's certain things, there's certain teams that just do it in spring training. And the Nats showed last year, Caber wants to pick. He wants to back pick guys. It's going to help in keeping guys close.
In there on 3-0. Chad Kuhl is a Delaware guy. Born in Newark, Delaware. Blue Hen from the university. That one well out of play down the left side. Now the count's full. So flinging it around the infield. 18 runners caught stealing. Everybody marveling during the WBC about the pop time and the quickness of JT Realmuto. Well, our young guy not far behind him right now. 3-2, runners on the move here. Threw him a strike. It's a beauty. Slider to strike him out, and the inning's over. Motter frozen, 2 Ks, a single, a hit batter, and a 1-pitch out. Adventurous, top of the first. Nationals on the spring hitting .255. They've hit 17 homers. They have stolen 25 bags. Alex Call, 16 hits and 47 at-bats. That's the most hits by any Nationals hitter. Victor Robles with a hot bat, not in the lineup tonight. C.J. Abrams has this one off. Luis Garcia in the leadoff spot. Miles Michaelis sporting a 2-year contract extension. Makes the start for St. Louis here. That ball ripped right side. Backhand Motter plays it well to the pitcher. So each starter gets a 1-pitch out to start his evening.
Here's Miles Michaelis last year. 33 games, 32 starts, 12-13 with a 3.29 ERA. He's 2-0 this spring with 2 starts. He had 2 appearances in the WBC, not as a start, but as piggyback. He went 6 innings there. I think he only gave up 1 run. No big deal for him. He's got a midseason stash going. The thing is,
yeah, 34 years of age, and he gets a 2-year extension. Quite a find for them back in 18. When he won 18 games and was an all-star. Hasn't had a winning record since, though. Did not pitch during the pandemic year. So here's Joey coming off a storybook week or 2 with Team Mexico. How fantastic was that for all of us to follow our guy? The amazing game he had against the Team USA and what he did for Mexico.
I mean, it was phenomenal until he played Team USA and then hit 2 bombs, and I was mad at him.
No, you weren't.
I was.
You were not.
Then you have the javelin throw, which was fantastic.
2 homers, 5 RBIs against Team USA on March 22nd. Actually, it was further back than that. It was about a week and a half ago. 370 overall in the WBC. Michaelis really slowed down his bat there. And the grounder to the young shortstop who they really like, Mason Wynn. 2 down.
Yeah, here's the Cards D behind Miles Michaelis today. Juan Yepes in left field. Dylan Carlson in center. Alex Burleson in right. Arenado over at third. Mason Wynn at shortstop. He has got a cannon. Kramer Robertson at second base and Taylor Motter at first. Andrew Kinsner is behind the plate. There's that stash. Look at that thing. That's beautiful.
Yeah, that was March 12th when Joey did that against Team USA. My first typo of the year rears its ugly head. So here's Dominic Smith, 13 for 43 down here. Long home run last night.
Against the wind.
Yeah, right into traffic. He's hit 3 and driven in 8. DHing tonight. And that's, frankly, probably at their best defensively when he's at first. Michaelis will cover first again and takes a throw from Robertson. And Miles Michaelis throws 3 pretty soft ground balls to start his evening here in beautiful West Palm Beach. Welcome back to West Palm Beach. No score early. Second inning coming up for Chad Kuhl. In fact, last night it was 6 really good innings. 1 run, 4 hits, a couple of walks, 5 strikeouts for Trevor Williams. Trevor, thanks for joining us, buddy. And you looked awfully good last night. How did you feel out there? One of your great outings as a Nat so far.
Yeah, thanks a lot. Happy Friday. We're inching closer to opening day, but
Is it Friday?
yes, well, it's my day 1. That's all I know. But yeah, it felt really good last night to get in rhythm with Riley back there, and it was a good back and forth with Garcia out there. So it was fun to get that under my belt before the end of spring training and carry that over into the season. Last
year with the Mets, you're looking at a lot of starts, a lot of relief appearances. You come over here, sign after a 2-year, 3-year deal. You're going, I'm a starter now. How nice was that to get in that routine early in camp?
I'm just thankful that Mike Rizzo has trusted me to step back into that rotation, and I'm looking forward to earning the trust of Davey and the rest of the guys on the team to show that, like, look, I can be a starter again, and I'm looking forward to doing the best that I can every 5 days and give the team a chance to win.
Alex Gall, no problem, putting away the fly ball from the bat of Juan Yepes. Mason Wynn, the young shortstop, is next. So, Trevor, coming from the Mets to the Nats, you've observed the Washington organization for a couple of years in the same division. Your impressions of DC and how much you're looking forward to next week when you are wearing our uniform instead of that red and orange, or that blue and orange up there.
Yeah, so I've always enjoyed all my road trips to DC. It's been one of my favorite cities to go to, favorite stadiums, and I've had nothing but good things have been told to me about the organization. I had long conversations with Josh Bell, with Craig Stammen, and those guys, and they couldn't say better things about DC. So I'm looking forward to getting out there, putting on the curly W. I'm learning all my vocab words now too. I've been at like Nova. I learned what Nova means. I've been saying we have a place in McLean, but I've been saying McLean for the last 3 weeks. But now, hey, I get it now. I know my vocab. Yeah. It's McLean. It's the GW Parkway, not the GWP. So I'm learning my vocab words.
You know what the DMV is, don't you?
The DMV is not the Department of Motor Vehicles.
I was going to say, you're a Cali boy, you know.
DMV area. Look at Chad go.
Great slider.
All right, so this is a great segue. This is perfect for you. You guys are starting to roll together, whether it's been Corbin, Gray, McKenzie, now Chad, and yourself. The development of you guys, how's that been?
It's been incredible. From day 1 in spring training, you could tell the amount of talent that is in this clubhouse. I mean, we all know what Patrick Corbin is capable of. Like, for him to get the opening day nod is, of course, he gets the opening day nod. He's the veteran of the staff. He's been doing this for a long time. And then just seeing the bullpens that JoJo been throwing, and McKenzie and Cade too. They've really been impressing, and I've pitched against JoJo last year. I saw what he's capable of. I know what McKenzie's capable of, and I mean, I know what Chad's capable of too. We've been together for a long time, so I'm excited to see how we roll, and it's a good thing we're trending up towards the end of camp, and I'm just excited to see what happens in a week, 5 days, 6 days.
I mean, you and Chad being former teammates together, how about him and about his growth?
I cried when he signed with the Nationals. I cried. I was so happy. So it was good to be together with him again. He has electric stuff, elite stuff. He competes. One of the fiercest competitors that I've been around, and he's not afraid to get hit in the zone. So he throws all of his stuff in the zone, and it's nasty, nasty.
Trevor Williams with us. Quick inning, we hope, for Chad Kuhl here. From 3-0 to 3-1, and did he get a swing?
Yes.
Oh, no. Can you scream at the first base umpire right now for us?
Hey, John, check again.
That's what I'm talking about. Here we go. Did he go? Yeah.
He did not go. It's a good call, guys.
There's
Sorry.
a lot of red on the field right now. It's kind of confusing me.
Has anybody ever told you should be working in radio or television with that voice?
It's a voice made for, I have a face for radio is what I've been told. I don't know about my voice.
Hair, bro. The hair is perfect.
Hey, thank you. It's in mid-season form.
When you look at this young team just in general, right? Like, you know what you're getting into. You saw it last year. There's some guys that can play. There's some infielders here that can play. What has been your, I don't know, maybe you had a blank slate when you came in here, but what are your overall thoughts when you see this young team playing every day?
Yeah, it was a battle every time I pitched against them last year. It was an incredible group of guys, and coming in, and granted, I didn't know the vibe of the clubhouse last year or the year prior, but coming in, there was sort of a buzz, and it starts with, the acquisitions that were made at the start of the off season. We have, with Dom Smith being here, kind of anchoring the infield, and then just how everyone's been going around, just in team defense, everyone's kind of light on their feet, flying through it, making the good plays. Everything's getting hit in the chest, and just to how they're connecting in the infield. I mean, we've had some really great plays made by the guys, and we're going to get another one by Mr. Alex Call.
See there?
Hey, Trevor, nice job, buddy.
Thank you guys
Trevor,
so much.
well played.
See you in D.C. next week. We're so excited you're with our ball club.
I'm excited too, guys. Peace.
Trevor Williams. We are scoreless in the middle of the second on a beautiful night at Spring.
Single game tickets to all Nationals home games are on sale now. Show some attitude. Get your tickets at nats.com/tickets, or take out your phone, camera, point it, get it.
Only hit of the ball game, a Nolan Arenado ground ball up the middle. So here's what the boys have done. Corbin, Gray, Gore, Williams last 4 days.
It's okay.
Monday through Thursday. So 0.75 ERA, 15 hits, 3 walks, 22 Ks. Hey, in spring training, guys can feed off each other as well. They got the line moving. That's the pitcher's version of keeping the line moving.
Right.
Here's a ball dumped into right, and Jeimer Candelario has his 10th base hit of the spring. He, of course, is off a 6-for-12 performance in the WBC for the Dominican Republic. He's from San Pedro de Macorís, and he's 10-for-36 down here.
Man, that's a good pitch. Down and in, off the plate in. Fights it over there to get the base hit. He can rake. Only 2 years removed from leading the entire Major League Baseball in doubles. 42 of them. That's a lot. Probably a better hitter from the right side.
That is the scouting report on him. And here's Corey Dickerson. 267 in 97 games with St. Louis last year. 9-for-44 here. Good running fastball by Michaelis. Likes righties. Not always a big on base percentage guy. Doesn't walk a ton. He loves to swing the bat.
When you have a 505, why would you want to walk?
Then he spots the changeup and lays off, just spits on it. Now a real pro, this guy.
Yep.
He'll be 34 on the 22nd of May. Nats signed him as a free agent January 10th. This one a mile high out to short left center. Yepes will yield to Carlson, the center fielder. First out, bottom of the second.
As we had him on last week, Corey Dickerson, I mean, the guy loves to talk hitting too. And I love guys that are willing to go. It's not a, oh, you need to do this. It's not a coaching thing. He just wants to talk hitting. Like, what are your thoughts?
Yeah.
How do you go about things? This is what I do. Doesn't mean what I do is the only way that you do it. It's his conversations about hitting are fascinating.
Good breaking ball by Michaelis to Keibert Ruiz. 9-for-41. A young catcher who's got some interesting things going for him. We talked about the number of runners caught stealing last year, 18. And also a hitter, still at a very young age, he's still 24, that just doesn't strike out a whole lot. Last 2 years, 11.2% strikeout rate. 8th best among all major league hitters with at least 500 at bats. There's some contact into the right field corner. It's going to hit the short corner, and because of that, Candelario will have to stop at third. But a great swing as Keibert turns on one, and the Nats have runners at second and third.
Nice job right there. Just dropped the head on it by Keibert. Right as you were talking on it. Here's the other part. Jeimer goes down to third base, and he made Gary DiSarcina, third base coach, stop him, which is a beautiful thing. Look at that. Off the plate in, keeps it fair, right past the diving first baseman. But that's the part. Jeimer was looking to score on that.
Yeah.
And I feel like so many times last year, the runners were dictating to Gary DiSarcina, like, we're stopping here. You're not going to stop us. We're stopping. Job as a base runner.
I love the point you're making here.
Job as a base runner is to make the third base coach stop you. Make him make the decision. You run.
And don't ball watch.
That is right.
That's what he's doing. Here's Alex Call, who's having a great spring. But he's going to pop it up in an RBI situation. Robertson out. And in front of Carlson, he'll make the grab and run it in for the second out. Disappointing AB for Alex, who was looking for RBI number 5 and maybe number 6 as well.
Now you're looking at the situation. Yeah, you had infield back, ground ball up the middle, get you an RBI in the situation. You get something elevated instead, and that's when you get the pop-up. To me, that's a part of spring training, trying to get back into the swing of things of situational baseball. Because again, if you're a team that's not going to hit a ton of home runs, which this team probably will not, you got to do the little things, and that is a part of it.
So here's Vargas, a good contact man with 2 outs. And he's up there ripping 10 for 42 with 4 RBIs. Ildemaro.
I think a little bit too, when you were talking about Kabert and the strikeouts, I think we would take sometimes some more strikeouts instead of just putting the ball in play weekly, you know, because he has that ability to do it. And I ran into that quite a bit in my career.
Up the middle, attempted kick save. Cardinals are probably glad Michaelis missed it because Wynn crossed over behind him and made the play. That's a couple of hits, but no score through 2. Third, top of the order for St. Louis. No score. Good matchup so far. Chad Kuhl, Miles Michaelis. And speaking of right-handed pitchers, we're going to have a visit here with Hunter Harvey. Came to the Nats last year. Hunter, you pitched in a career high at the big league level. 38 ball games, totaling 39 innings. Congrats on a good job last year. And how you feeling about yourself and your buddies out there in the bullpen? Because that appears to be the one part of this ball club where we're not going to have as radical a change as the rest of the team this year.
Yeah, we're feeling pretty good. Everybody's excited to get going and keep feeding off of some of the stuff we did last year. So looking forward to it.
What are you trying to feed off of last year?
Staying healthy. I'd say that's my biggest thing, just keeping healthy and playing a full season.
Oh, heads up there.
There's a bat heading for the screen. Look out.
They're coming for me.
They saw you on TV. He was jealous.
Yeah, I reckon so.
Dylan Carlson with the long toss.
Hey, do you go in the offseason and like your draw's not as defined as it is now?
It gets worse in the offseason.
Yeah.
I get around my family. And it gets pretty bad.
What can you tell us about Catawba, North Carolina that we don't know?
How to spell it?
Yeah, that might be the only thing. No, it ain't too bad. Just a smaller town. Everybody knows everybody, but
That's cool.
It's nice.
Hey, for you and just your mentality as you go into spring training, there's a job, right? Like there's a known that you have. How does that play in your mind?
I mean, not a whole lot. You just come in and do what we've always done. Just have fun with it. I try to keep my mind off trying to do too much and just stay calm and have fun playing this game.
1 ball, 2 strikes to Dylan Carlson. Fly ball left field to Dickerson first time. Well, you guys are an interesting bunch out there in the bullpen. A lot of you are about the same age, late 20s, early 30s. Guys have been around for a while, but at the big league level, not a ton of experience. So how you feeling about the group? And we saw Kyle out there last night. He did scuffle a bit, but I thought he threw the ball pretty well. And Mason Thompson came in last night. I mean, you guys all have kind of had the same approach. You've all got good stuff. You throw hard and you're aggressive.
Yeah, we got a good group. It's fun. A lot of big arms, and like you said, we're not too old yet, so we're just enjoying it.
All right, who's the funny one out there?
Oh Lord. I don't know. Finney's pretty funny.
Like who comes up with the most? Because the bullpen games that you guys can play, someone always has to bring them up. There's always to relieve the boredom, I guess you could
I'd say the craziest one's Machado for sure, without a doubt. He keeps good vibes out there.
Where do you lie on that list? You just you don't even talk?
Yeah, no, I talk. I'm just right there in the middle.
Nolan Gorman struck out swinging first time.
Is there anything for you this spring that you've worked on more than anything?
Really just trying to get my off speed in the zone more and being more consistent with that and just being able to attack with off speed and not so many fastballs all the time.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Well, how hard is that? Because, I mean, most people, we know you at 98, 99, 100. We see that. And being able to get that, you have that in the back pocket, but being able to get strikes with the off-speed pitch.
It's something new. I've always been a high percentage fastball guy, even when I started. And, trying to get myself to mix in more is it's a lot harder. So used to just putting the one down and attacking guys, and now we gotta rotate them numbers a little bit. So it's a little bit different.
3-1 pitch, Arenado on deck, and a swing and a miss. How about the new clock, Hunter? I saw that Kyle last night, who's always been pretty slow, he was getting the leg kick going with about 4 to 3 seconds left on the clock. Has that had any effect on you so far?
I think I had 1 violation, but I don't mind it. Quicker games, good pace. I enjoy it so far.
Steal after the strikeout. So Chad Kuhl strikes out Nolan Gorman, and Dylan Carlson steals his second base of the spring.
Nice little slider down the zone right there. Good throw. Just a big jump by Dylan Carlson. Now, with those quicker games, I would say that maybe in the bullpen things aren't going to get as weird as they can be in a long 3-hour game, right?
I would say so.
Because I think part of the thing is you guys got to be ready to go
all the time,
right? I mean, that's a big thing.
Yep. From the first inning on, you got to stay ready all the time. You never know what's going to happen.
Nolan Arenado base hit up the middle first time up. Hunter Harvey with us, the pride of Catawba, North Carolina. Bandy's High School. Originally drafted by the Orioles. There's a great swing by Arenado. And a one-hopper to center.
Let it eat.
They've got the runner hung up if Ruiz can pick it up, but he couldn't field it cleanly. And Nolan Arenado goes 2 for 2 and puts St. Louis on top.
Hey, Hunter, when Lane Thomas throws, does he ever come back in being like, I could top you on the mound?
So he's been on a little stint here the last few weeks where he thinks he could be a pitcher. So he thinks he could hit 93 off the mound. I'm not sure if he could or not. And I done told him if he did, I'd probably put about 450 over at batter's eye out there. So it wouldn't matter either way.
You're going Ohtani on us?
Yeah, probably.
You're a late kick guy?
Sometimes.
That's what I'm talking about. Well, I mean, like, that's the thing is that we talk about the pitch clock. Have you noticed, not with yourself, but like hitters kind of being rushed? Like the guys that you're facing are like, oh, man, what's going on here?
I hadn't really had it yet. Everybody seems to be ready when I get ready to pitch, but I've seen it a couple of times, and it seems like it can really throw the hitters off.
Outside, 2 balls, no strikes. Pinch runner at first base, Juniel Catacuto for Nolan Arenado. So evidently they told Nolan, we're going to give you 2 at-bats, get 2 hits, drive in a run, and then you can walk across the field to your car in about the 3rd inning. So we may see him departing the premises soon.
He's only 10 for 16 in spring.
How about that? 2 for 2 tonight and hitting over 600.
Pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah, he and Goldschmidt quite a combo. Runner stutter step, and then just a bit of a delayed steal there in the foul ball. Well, Hunter, we wish you health. We wish you a great season. Congrats on having your finest big league season last year, and let's have more of the same this year. Looking forward to next week.
Yes, sir. I'm hoping for it.
All right.
Can't wait. Thanks, Hunter.
Yep. Thank y'all.
Hunter Harvey.
Love him. He's that guy that you don't want to face. He has that little, like very nice guy, but he has that bit of crazy when he gets on the mound. That's what you want.
Yep.
And you throw 99 to 100. Love it. I think Arenado pulled himself out of the game himself. He's like, look, guys, it's just like way out. I am red scalding hot right now. We got to save these for the season.
Yeah. Well, exhausted after that long trip from Miami. K-Bird throws it anyway, but the inning was already over on the strikeout. St. Louis scores a run on the base hit by Carlson and the RBI by Nolan Arenado. So strike him out, throw him out. Bottom of the 3rd coming up.
Tickets for opening day on March 30th at 1:05 p.m. against the Atlanta Braves are on sale now. Show up and show your attitude for the 2023 season. Visit nats.com/tickets. Yeah.
Sonny taking in the action tonight. In fact, as soon as Sonny left with Mom Jody last night, the Nats lost their big lead and lost that game. So I think Mom was a little more superstitious than Dad was on that one. Out to short, big hop. It came up on Wynn. He's got the arm to recover, but then he throws it away. They could give him 2 errors on that play on the sharp grounder by Lane Thomas.
And it eats it up. Look, when you have a strong arm, this is not coming from experience, okay, Bob? But when you have a strong arm, you tend at times to get a little bit lazy with your feet. That's like the beauty of Nolan Arenado over at third base.
Yeah.
Great arm, but great feet. Never really stops him. That right there by Mason Wynn, he stopped him, got caught up in between, and then he unleashed fury.
Yeah, I'm only seeing 1 error on the board, so they've given, I mean, if it's an error and not a hit, you have to give him 2 errors for the drop and the throw. But runner at second, nobody out. The hitter, Luis Garcia.
You saw like he was just mimicking his throw right there, right?
And Garcia lifting one to right. Burleson under it, not too deep. Lane runs well. Is he going to challenge? He's heading over there. Strong throw, safe. Everybody did everything right on that play. And Lane Thomas simply beats the throw to get to third base on the first out.
Nice little get him over, get him in. Why not? Burleson out there in right field, he might have overran that. Like he keeps that in front of him and keeps that momentum going. Maybe he gets a little bit more on that throw, but a great job by Lane getting there. Gary DiSarcina saying, get down.
That was well done on all counts. Here's Joey. Ground ball to short first time.
Here's the Cardinal way. Late shift in.
Tony La Russa used to do that quite a bit.
Right when you come set, infielders come in, and as a hitter, especially when you're facing the Cardinals, when Tony was the manager, you knew it was going to happen. You just didn't know when. And this time it happened on the first pitch here to Joey Meneses, because now your plan changes. You go from getting any ball on the ground to now I got to get it, through the infield.
That ball is through the infield, and this game is tied. Joey Meneses as a Nat. Hit number 5 of the spring, RBI number 2.
Sometimes they just outsmart themselves. Now they're working on it. They get a guy that can do that. He pitches up in the zone. He gets on top of it, hammers it right through. And look, that is just smart hitting by Joey Meneses. Nolan Arenado already took his stuff out to right field to the parking lot. The guy that's in there is not him. Try him.
Here's Dominic Smith, and he hits it hard. Out. On the double play. 4-3, Robertson to Motter. Things moving quickly in this ball game, and we're through 3 already. 1-1, Cards, Nats.
Chad Kuhl through his 3 innings of work so far, his 5 punch outs, and here it is. Nolan Gorman with the changeup. He couldn't hold up on that one. Nice little slider right there to Taylor Motter. He didn't like it, but it was a great pitch. Little breaking ball up. That's the best one right there. A slider and then a fastball top of the zone to end the inning against Alec Burleson. Up at number 5 for him.
Here's Taylor Motter, fastball up. 55 pitches, 33 strikes through 3 for Chad Kuhl. And a ball ripped into left. I'm just thinking about how quickly some things happened there in the 3rd inning, top and bottom of the inning. Mike Rizzo was part of a general managers meeting today, and the executives were discussing what's going on around baseball. All over baseball now, spring training games are 26 minutes faster than they were last year.
Which is awesome. It's almost a full hour.
That looked like a great jump, and K-Baird had no chance to throw out Taylor Motter, who's now 4 for 4 stealing.
Not a really good pitch to throw on for K-Baird. Still throws it down there, gives him a chance, because Taylor Motter almost went off the base. So that's the reason why you throw it down there, no matter if you have a good feel for it or not. Nice job by Luis to stay on him. Just in case, never know. Well, World Baseball Classic, who had 2022 and before rules this year with no pitch clock, averaged 3 hours and 21 minutes. To be almost an hour faster,
wow,
is exactly the point. And it's not like we talked about last week. Time is not the part, it's the pace, it's the tempo. It's making everything feel like it is not coming to a standstill every time.
Yeah, and it's going to be interesting late in ball games. As Mike Rizzo, Davey Martinez watch their relievers out there. And I spent about the last 2.5 innings with Mike down by the dugout last night. We were talking about that, and Finnegan comes in, traditionally one of the slower guys.
Right.
And Kyle, Mike actually called, I guess it's timely for this time of the year, he called Kyle a buzzer beater a couple of times.
Right.
Kind of like the NCAA tournament with a big shot, but there were a couple of times when he went into that leg kick and the clock was down to 2-1, and then of course it goes dark as soon as the pitcher goes into his motion. So that's going to be interesting at the end of ball games to keep an eye on, because you know you got all the drama building in the ballpark, Franny. Crowd up and down, things happening out there, and there's a great slider for the strikeout of Yepes. But we are in for some moments during the regular season that we just can't simulate down here so far.
No, and that's, again, it's a part of it. Because I always think about when there's long relievers, right? Like when you get the guys that take their time. I always go back to Jonathan Papelbon. You know, especially with the Red Sox, when he came with it, when I was teammates with him at the Phillies, he was here in Washington. You understand, there was a lot of time in between pitches. There was a lot of stuff going on. That's, you know, part of the show in that ninth inning. Not every inning is the same. The ninth is different. We've had discussions about, well, if it's a 2-run game or a 1-run game, would you shut it off in the ninth just so you could have that time? It'd be interesting.
Yeah, yeah.
But either way, what we're seeing is the result. The result is quicker games, but the pace of the game is a lot better.
Soft contact, easy catch for Joey Meneses too now. You know, Franny, I hear what people are saying about the ninth inning and all that, but in my opinion, you cannot play the ninth inning differently than you play the rest of the game.
So you think it's just the same as every inning?
I know it's not, but I don't think you change. I don't.
No,
okay,
I totally get it.
So
yeah.
what if the game's not over in the ninth? Then you turn off the clock for the 10th, the 11th, 12th if you keep going.
Bob,
it turns into a complicated situation.
You're making me think now. Don't make me think. I just thought about one inning.
Are you
that's
the guy,
a very similar.
Are you the guy when the coach said, "Don't think you're hurting the ball club"?
Yeah.
Is that you?
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Just depending on what I was thinking about.
I just don't think you can play any innings late differently than you played the rest of the game.
True. It's just like, you know, just the talk of conversation, but it's a good one, because guess what? It means that it's working. If we're having that discussion because games are going too fast, oh my gosh. They're not too fast. The pace is right. The pace is exactly what you need to see.
Kisner the hitter, and seems like every time Chad Kuhl gets in trouble or gets behind, he's able to drop that slider in there. That was a good 2-0 slide piece. Kisner walked first time. Another one, but it's low. But between the rules changes and the WBC, there has been more buzz about baseball around the country
Did you see
this
Connor
spring
McDavid?
than I ever remember any time, anywhere.
Connor McDavid, the sensation for the Edmonton Oilers. He was talking about the WBC. He was talking about Ohtani and Trout.
Yeah,
the best player in hockey was doing that.
That guy's as good as anybody out there in any sport right now. Cool puts up a 0 in the fourth. Yeah, pretty cool.
Celebrate peak bloom and save up to 50% off on all 2023 games, including opening day. This offer ends tonight at midnight. Visit nats.com/bloom to redeem now. Best unis in the game.
Looking good, the Script Nats. Script Cardinals, one of the great logos with the birds on the bat. Here we go, bottom of the fourth. Candelario, Dickerson, Ruiz. Miles Michaelis, economical so far. 9 pitches first inning. Then he goes 12. Then he goes 7. And he goes 1 pitch and a base hit for Candelario. He's going to hustle down to first and make that turn. Carlson cuts it off. And the third baseman here, Arenado and Candelario, 4 for 4 combined.
Yeah, I mean, he's just going to take what he's given right here. Up and away, not do too much, fire it that way. And the best part, he's done this multiple times throughout spring.
And of course, that's with the shortstop playing up the middle there, Franny.
Yep.
A lot of room over there, a sweet thing.
Well, I wonder for a guy like him who is a switch hitter who on the left side would get shifted on. We talk about the guys that get shifted all the time, but him having that 2 different perspective, right? One right-handed, one left-handed.
Yeah.
How that frees him up. He can hit.
Well, I said this last week. I think Jeimer Candelario is going to be the sneaky pickup of the offseason for the Nats.
They have 2. They have 2 possibilities because for me, Dom Smith's the other.
Yeah, more of a high-profile guy than Jeimer. But, yeah, former #1 draft pick and all that. I agree. I just think we're going to find out. Our fans, because we only saw the Tigers once every 3 years.
Yep.
We were in Detroit 4 or 5 years ago and saw him play a weekend series against the Nats. I don't remember being blown away, but I remember thinking, hey, this guy's pretty good. I've never really heard of him. Didn't play much with the Cubs parts of 2 seasons there. The team that originally signed him.
He was their top prospect for a while, too.
Yeah.
But there's a difference. I mean, there's 2021, 271, 795 OPS. That was helped out by the 42 doubles. Led the entire Major League Baseball in doubles. That is a part of being extra base hits. So there's the 61. And last year, only 19 doubles.
Played in a huge ballpark in Detroit.
Yeah. Now, the extra base hits you can look at and say that's a big dip. But, I mean, he did play 25 less games.
This one, how well placed. Perfectly placed. 2-1. Nobody out as Candelario and Dickerson both go to the opposite side.
And this is the part of a guy like Corey Dickerson with 2 strikes. He shortens up, chokes up a little bit. Put the bat on the ball. He'll guide it that way and watch what he does. A little poke over there. No stride. No big deal.
I got a great thing to point out for Nats fans at the ballpark this year. When Corey Dickerson's in the batter's box, and here's Keibert Ruiz. When Corey's in there and he gets to his 2-strike count, watch closely from wherever you're sitting at Nationals Park and just see what this guy does to foul pitches away, get rid of stuff that he can't handle, and eventually get something in play. It's really interesting to watch. And meanwhile, our young catcher's having a good night as well.
Well, here's the double in his first at bat. Little pitch down and in, keeps it fair, doesn't hook a foul. Hustles out of the box, nicely done. And then strike him out, throw him out with a double pump. No big deal. That was added effect in there.
Yeah. But whoever gets a double pump caught stealing at second base.
And I've likened him to a guy like Benji Molina. Right? Not the greatest arm, but a great exchange and very accurate down to second base. And guess what? That means caught stealing. And he does a heck of a job controlling that part of the game.
Michaelis tried the off speed and just missed.
Playing with Benji, he would tell you at second base, he'd be like, just get there. It's not going to be on you. You'll have time, but it's going to be right there. Just be there.
Taking all the way on 3-0.
These are the ones, 3-1 counts. Staying tall, not bending at the waist, not trying to go get it, letting it get there enough to you. That's going to be a big thing for Keibert. If he stays tall with that posture, he's going to be able to get to a lot of things like he did in that first at bat he did.
Rips another one right side. Good pick by Motter. High throw. They're still going to turn the double play, which goes 3-6-1. Ball was hit so hard it gave them time. And the Cardinals turned their second double play.
Yeah, 3-1 count. You get a a rocket off the bat of Keibert Ruiz right here. But a nice job by Mason Wynn. Goes up, makes sure to get the base, and then wham. I wish I knew what that felt like.
Yeah, no neighborhood play anymore.
Yeah, that's a cannon.
So 2 outs, runner at third for Call. Alex had 2 on with 1 out first time and popped up to center. His mom and dad are here, spending several weeks down in the West Palm area in their camper from Wisconsin. Had a chance to run into them last night at the ball game, and they are so proud of Alex, and so are we. He's done a great job with the Nats since coming over from Cleveland last year. Hit .245 for the Nats in 35 games. 5 home runs, 13 RBIs, only 12 ABs with Cleveland in 12 games prior to that.
He had less than 400 OPS at home. He had over 1,000 OPS on the road. Isn't that incredible?
And this year, we talked about this a couple of weeks ago in our first telecast. He went to the Dominican Winter League, got 34 at bats, and played 14 games there.
But I mean, Bob, don't leave it out. He played for Lice.
Oh yeah,
that's a big deal. Who ended up winning the Dominican the Dominican Winter League? I asked him about it today, and he just goes, it was crazy. 34, like the 34 games you play there, it is a madhouse.
That one gets in on his hands at a high fly ball out of play left side. And if you remember our conversation a couple of weeks ago, he said, I'd play for a couple of days, get a few hits, and then I might not be in the lineup for 3 or 4 days because they've got like 40 guys on the roster and everybody wants to play. You know, and the local guys who the fans know, they've got to play. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And this one off the end of the bat out to right. Burleson and Carlson. One's going to be a son, and it's Burleson. So the Nats get a couple of hits to lead off the inning. Double play stalls the rally. The fly ball ends it. 1-4-1 Cardinals, 1-5-0 Nats. Top 5, Chad Kuhl back to work. 1-1 ball game. Dominic Smith, one of our new guys. Nats signed him as a free agent January 4th. So happy New Year for that. And we are so pleased, Dom, to have you as part of our ball club after watching you since 2017 with the Mets. Welcome aboard.
Oh, no. Thank you guys for having me. I've been loving every bit of being here and being a Washington National, and I can't wait to get out to D.C.
What's it like? I mean, you've been in an organization for a long time, and to be a draft pick by them, and then you finally leave, and now you have a new team, a new everything to get used to. How's that been?
It's been definitely a different transition, but Davey, Riz, they've been completely awesome in the whole process, making me feel comfortable. Same thing with DC and 6, and it's going to be a fun season. So I'm excited to join this organization, like I said, and just get out there and help them get to what they were in 2019.
I've talked to you before about just playing first base in general, and I've always likened you over there. Oh. How much of a relief is it just to play that spot and not have to try to learn left field?
Yeah, you know, we try to pride ourselves on being ball players and competitive, but obviously playing first base is something that I've grown up doing, and for me it's something that I love to do. So getting back to a position I'm very comfortable at, something that, you know, I feel like I can compete at a high level at. I can't wait to see the plays that I can make, and I think that's going to help the team win ball games.
Well, I know that a lot of people in the organization are excited about watching you with the bat, but also at first base because you're so smooth over there. I actually heard your name mentioned in the same sentence with Adam LaRoche this afternoon. No pressure there.
No, yeah, he could pick it, man.
But it does speak to your hands. You know, and I was on the Zoom call, Dom, the day that you got together with the writers right after you signed with the Nats, and somebody asked you about the change of scenery. Is that something that's in your mind, or do you only think about it when you're asked about it? Because 10 years with one organization, how different of an entire outlook is this for you now?
Yeah, I think, you know, like you said, being in one place for so long, that's all you know. And coming over here, just learning how they go about business on an everyday basis, how they game plan, how they teach. It's definitely different, but it's also something that I love. And just seeing the coaches every day, how they come in energetic, how they want to help, and just the talent that they acquired, the young talent. It's gonna be something special, and it's something that, like you said, being in one place, it's different. But DC is somewhere that I love for sure.
Well, you bring up the young guys, and I think it's fascinating because those of us that have played with very experienced first basemen, as a young infielder, there's that level of like, you take a deep breath, right? Because you know that guy's got you.
Yeah.
Hey, can you tell so far from CJ and Luis, especially those guys, like feeling comfortable throwing over to you? Because it's a lot, it is different.
Yeah, I just, you know, I joke around with them. I let them know, you know, just don't miss high. You know, if you miss high, you know, I can't get up there and go get it. So I tell them it's low, be comfortable, be confident, and just trust me. And I think you're seeing them make even more plays because of the confidence they have in me. So I just want us all to play sound defense. I think that's a key part in winning ball games. So we're making some good strides in that in spring training. We just got to carry it on into the season.
That's a good take by Dylan Carlson, who draws the one-out walk after the Robertson fly ball. We're visiting with Dominic Smith. Still a pup, man. You're only 27. You've got a lot of time left in this game. And at this age, what do you know now that you didn't know 3 or 4 years ago?
I think for me, the biggest thing is just realizing, or just trying to have fun. You know, I think sometimes as ball players, we just want to do so good, and we try so hard, and in that we lose the midst of how fun this game can be. And I think that's something that I gotten back to the last couple of years, and then especially over here, I've been in DC for my first time, just seeing how much they enjoy the game, how hard they play, and that's something that, you know, I just wanted to take with me. Come on, turn this. Oh, that's okay.
Yeah, cool thought about it. Takes the shirt out.
It's okay. We got
he had the cool throw over to first base. Hey, when you got a lot of guys, or at least a couple guys that you've played with before, you've been around enough. Like, give us a little take on Trevor Williams. He was on with us earlier, and he's fantastic. But you played with him.
Yeah.
You know who he is.
He's awesome. Yeah.
Is he really like that?
Yeah. I mean, come on. What you see from this team is what you're gonna get. You know, this team is full of life. You know, and we love the game. We have crazy, interesting personalities, and it's a good group to be around for sure.
This is Juniel Catacuto, who came in after Nolan Arenado went 2 for 2.
Little Jeter right there.
Arenado goes 2 for 2, gets to walk across the field out to the parking lot.
Yeah, that was nice for his skipper to do that for him. Nice little couple lineas and go home.
No, he's only 10 for 16 on spring. So I mean,
yeah,
it's like,
I think it's like what, 600 now.
Yeah.
He can definitely take it to the house.
He's locked in.
Yeah.
Hey, last night you had the homer against Luis Garcia. Ball was near your chest.
Yeah.
You have a simple swing, right? Like, what are keys for us? Like when we're looking at, when you're locked in, what is it?
I think you know, when I'm staying tall at the plate and when I'm balanced, I think that's the biggest keys. And if I'm able to stay tall and balanced, then I'll be able to put myself in a position to swing at good pitches. Attaboy, Joey.
Oh, Joey, soft hands.
So I think just staying tall, and if I'm able to do that, I'm gonna hit a lot of balls hard.
Hey, Dom, thanks. You're off to a good start as a Nat. We love having you with us, and we'll see you for opening day next week.
Can't wait. Thank you, guys. Let's go Nats.
Thanks, Dom.
Thank you, fellas.
All right, there's your QR code. Scan it. Check it out. It's the Masson app. Everything you need to know about your Nats from the Mid-Atlantic Sports Network. Our panel of experts, Mark Zuckerman, Bobby Blanco, everybody, and of course those of us on the broadcast crew, we chip in as well whenever we can, like Dan, Franny, and yours truly. I think he's playing cards, but he'll be checking out the Masson app shortly. And we go bottom 5. It's Vargas, Thomas, Garcia. Miles Michaelis, only 43 pitches in 4 innings. He's that kind of guy, veteran guy around the plate, a little bit of this, a little bit of that, changing eye levels and speeds. And when you face Michaelis, things tend to happen quickly. Smoothly to his right, well played by Robertson. And Vargas 0 for 2 on grounders to the middle of the field.
It's a great little play there by Kramer Robertson. A lot of stuff that we're going to see this year that we haven't seen in recent years, which is range.
Yeah. Lane Thomas, the former Cardinal, reached on the error, scored the Nats' only run back in the third. He was not drafted by St. Louis. He was drafted by Toronto in the 8th round back in 2014. Good thing Michael has got it because Motter had vacated the bag and he goes unassisted. Lane was traded from Toronto to St. Louis for international slot money back in 2017. So 2 very quick outs for Miles Michaelis. Top of the order, Luis Garcia. Ground ball to the right side, fly ball to right.
I just wonder how important it is for Lane this year to get off to a hot start. You know, and have a good first month and not have to feel like the rest of the year is playing catch up.
And it's interesting, Franny, because I think eventually you would visualize C.J. Abrams, switch hitter, slasher, can bunt, can run. He would be kind of your leadoff guy as you look down the road, but maybe not ready for the pressure of that. Davey doesn't like having all of his young guys up in the top of the order all the time. That one almost hit the pizza box at second. And the Nats are gone. So maybe Lane Thomas, top of the order, becomes very important, like you say, early in the season.
Of the Washington Nationals is today. Follow @Nats_PlayerDev on Twitter for the latest news and highlights of the top prospects and minor leaguers in the Washington Nationals player development system. 1-1 top of the 6th. That looks nice. That beverage. Doesn't it?
Gentle breeze is blowing here.
Oh, I thought it was a gentle breeze in there.
It's a loud sound on a high fly ball out to right center. The Nats can only watch it as Alec Burleson puts one on the berm for a 2-1 St. Louis lead, his first of the spring.
He definitely burled that one. That was loud. It was more of a slider down the middle of the plate. Nope, it was a sinker, ran back over. And that is getting everything into it. Did I say slider? What's a slider? He threw a slider. It was a fastball. I just said he said slider.
That ball was tagged. St. Louis 28th home run of the spring. Taylor Motter base hit steal last time. There's a good breaking ball.
The important stuff right now is for Chad Kuhl getting up there at 91 pitches now. Pitch counts up, all good.
Alex Call. So Kuhl started this inning at 86 pitches, 50 strikes. And his night is coming to an end. After that out, he'll go 5 1/3 and give up 2 runs on 5 hits.
Well, he kept it going.
Couple of walks, struck out 6. Solid outing. Nats 9th appearance of the spring. 3 days ago, a scoreless inning with a walk and a strikeout. And this one wide of third, the 29-year-old lefty from Corpus Christi, Texas. And the Nats need some left-handed presence in that bullpen.
Yes, they do. Good changeup that he has. Fastball. Top of the zone with the fastball. Down the zone with the changeup. There's a changeup grip. You can see it out of the glove. Jeter Downs, who's taking over at shortstop for Ildemaro Vargas.
Yeah, Nats didn't list a lot of extra guys tonight as far as major leaguers.
A lot of 9-inning guys today.
Matt Adams expected to appear later for Joey. Riley maybe later for K-Bear. And another foul. And over at third base, Chavis for Candelario, we are told at some point, Michael Chavis.
Yeah, you get down to the last week of the season or the spring training before the season starts and you start getting the 9-inning games. It is different. And for guys like Joey and Candelario, who played in the WBC, who are playing 9 innings already, they've done theirs.
Right.
They've had their full games already done.
Oh, he turns one over beautifully in the right-handed batter. 2 down. Juan Yepes on the strikeout. He's 0 for 3 tonight. And the young shortstop Mason Wynn is next.
A little sinker more than is this changeup.
Tommy Edman, of course, their starting shortstop, but they consider this kid the number 6 position of the future. He's only 20. They keep churning them out, this organization. They're always in the top 5 to 10 in minor league talent. And the Nats, of course, have taken a quantum leap in that category after the Juan Soto deal last year. 0-2 now.
Yeah, you infuse it with some talent from the Juan Soto deal, and then you also add in some hunger, some guys that are showing some things in minor league camp, wanting to get things going. Demands our great buddy Bob Senley.
So Mason Wynn, opposite field, good swing. Kisner, the catcher, next.
And that's a huge part of it. Look, you could go through rebuilds, you could go through retoolings, whatever you want to call it. If the minor league level, if the players and staff treat it like that, then it's one thing, but not here. Listening to Hen talk about what they're talking about, Deshaun Watson, the mentalities of these guys, they're getting after it.
Garcia kept his cool. There was no play at second in his mind, so he calmly threw to first. And that's it. Joey Meneses straight up when we come back. Well, what we knew about Joey, and then what the rest of the baseball world knew about Joey. 12 days ago against Team USA. What a night. Making the Arizona ballpark look pretty small. 2 homers, 5 RBIs. That's a sombrero hitters want to wear.
Not gonna lie.
It's got a little gold in it.
What we saw there, I feel like the baseball world, we got to see it too. We never got to see really the emotional side of it.
Yeah.
You know? That was beautiful what he brought out during that entire WBC.
Well, good for him. And good for the Nats. Signed him as a minor league free agent January 7th of last year. He hit 20 home runs at Rochester, and I remember looking at the minor league reports every day, and I'm starting to ask people around the organization, who's this Meneses guy I keep reading about? Hit 286, 64 RBIs. That ball is way gone, but way foul. Look out, Astros offices. And of course, for a lot of Nats fans, August 2nd of last year, a day that was really rough, watching Juan Soto depart like a lot of us. And that very night, Joey gets called up, hits a home run, his 3rd big league at bat. Look at Michaelis. He saw that fly ball pulled, and then he goes away to get the strikeout. This guy knows how to pitch.
Guy knows how to pitch, and this is a guy that we're seeing in his first big league camp too.
You're right. By the way, Miles Michaelis, 6th inning, just got his first strikeout of the night. Here's Dominic Smith.
I would say that 55 pitches is pretty efficient, though. And there's the difference, right?
Yeah.
Like there's a guy that is looking for those outs, ground balls, not looking to punch guys out. He'll get them when he gets them.
Yeah. And I'm pretty sure that Dominic Smith has set a Masson spring training record tonight by being the only interview we've ever had in between personal at bats. You know, usually it's when a guy comes out of the game. He's DHing tonight. Hit a line drive last time, but it was unlucky for him with Joey aboard, turned into a 4-3 double play.
Yeah, he's going to get a new stick. That one died. They're going to go get the stick on it. The moto stick.
Dominic Smith last year actually played 54 games at AAA Syracuse. 284 for the Syracuse Mets at AAA. And with Pete Alonso and his emergence, that position's not available for the next decade or so. There goes the ball and the bat. We have 2 busted bats in 2 swings here.
Yeah, there's no chance that he has a third bat out here. He's going to use someone else's.
Yep. Candelario's walking up, offering his right now.
Now the question is, did they hand him back the same old bat from the one before? Can you got to do it to your buddy.
So
Or is
you only have 2 bats?
Oh, for spring training?
For the gamer? Yeah.
Yeah, you don't bring any out.
Okay.
I would say it's either going to be just like an excuse me swing on the next one or a strike 3, because I'm not going to bring another bat. But we get to see the Little League handoff right here, maybe, of the bat to the on deck circle. On deck batter.
2-2. Smith goes the other way for a base hit with Candelario's bat. That's well done. He's 1 for 3 tonight. He's hit the ball hard twice.
That is well played. And Candelario's going to ask for the same bat. This is like the last day of the minor league season. Same bat.
Here we go.
Laid at the plate. Nice job right here. Down and gets it. And if you bend at the waist, it's going to be a rollover. Right there, he gets into his legs, stays tall like he was talking about. Stays tall through it, guides it through the 6-hole right there. Nice job by Dom.
Candelario's 2 for 2 with that bat. So that stick is 3 for 3 tonight. Flared one to right, leading off the second. Cleanly through short, which is again vacated. He did that leading off the 4th. That is just to the right of the bag.
Nice short compact swing from the left side. It's effortless too. There's not a lot of big swing, right? Like he's going to get his fair share of strikeouts. But it's not a huge swing. It's not one where you're going, oh, that's out of control. Everything seems like it's locked in, on time, short and quick to the ball.
Time given to the hitter. And on the umpire's signal, right there, the clock restarts to 20.
We do a home run call, huh, to wind it back up. I was thinking it was going to be like the pump up like in the NFL. They reset the clock.
Yeah, yeah. '29-year-old Jeimer Candelario. And a bouncer to the right of the second baseman. There's that gun by the kid at short. 4-6-3. Robertson to win to Motter. And the Nats have been the victims of 3 double plays by the efficient Michaelis.
Nationals Park. Buy game tickets, order food, and much more. Download the Ballpark app today and choose Nationals as your favorite team.
Anthony Banda, 11 pitches, 7 strikes to get a couple of outs. Around to single last inning. Top 7. Kramer Robertson for St. Louis. Let's have a new look infield. That one slams off the helmet. Keibert Ruiz. So we have Michael Chavis over at third. Jeter Downs, already in at short. So over to second we go. Darren Baker. What's up? There's Big City at first. We're not sure where they're hitting yet. We'll figure that out when those spots come around. Spring training games, they don't always switch straight up, so we'll hold on just to be accurate. Pulling the string. Beauty of a changeup.
It's a good changeup, especially when he keeps it on that side of the plate, right? Middle away to right-handers. It's got great dive, great depth on it, great arm action.
Trying to power that ball down and in, just missing.
Yeah, I think that's such a big pitch just in general for a lot of left-handers with a good changeup, is being able to get those guys a little bit off of that. How do you do that? Fastball's in. Well located like that. We'll do a trick.
And to the right side, come into a big league game. The ball will find you. Darren Baker. No problem. 1 out.
But in spring training, when there's wholesale changes like this, like they have the line change in hockey, how does that work?
Somebody.
Just one. It's going to be one. It has a chance. One of the three.
Dylan Carlson flied out on the first pitch of the game. Next time up, singled, stole the bag and scored. Then he walked.
Struggled against righties last year. Dylan Carlson hammered lefties. 305, 845 OPS against. Good player.
And they've got a good core of young players surrounding Arenado and Goldschmidt. This guy, Nolan Gorman. We've seen the pop of Burleson tonight. Tommy Edman. Hitter kind of gave up, and that thing had some drop and some run right at the end to get back even.
Yeah, where that went, right? Fastball in, backed him off a little bit. Next thing you know, this would be a perfect time for the changeup.
There it is.
Because all you need to see is like just a little bit of the front hip go. And when the guy completely backs out like he did right there the pitch before, you got that whole side of the plate.
3-2, and he gets him down, put him on a knee. Second strikeout for Banda, who's retired 4 of his 5 hitters.
A little cutter slider right there.
Yeah.
Down and in.
Cutter slider thing.
Or is that the changeup? It's hard sometimes that here in spring training not a big difference between a slider and the changeup, I guess.
Yeah. It looked to me like it had a little action in on the right-hander. So here's Nolan Gorman, who has struck out twice and hit a comebacker. I think it'll be really interesting to watch the St. Louis pitching staff this year without Yadier Molina back there seemingly managing the game and serving as pitching coach, defensive coordinator, whatever you could name, is what he meant to this ball club. And it's just interesting how Yadier Molina really touched every part of the entire operation of this ball club.
Well, you hear all the time, trust, right? Everyone in the organization had trust in him. Now it's the trust in Wilson Contreras. And that is a big change. Look, offense first more than defense when it comes to Contreras.
Exactly.
And I think that's what the pitchers loved about Yadi was it was offense. He wanted to get his knocks and he wanted to drive in some runs, but he was going to lead them out on the field every time.
To his right, Chavis got a nice hop. He's got a great arm. In time by a step. Anthony Banda, sun setting to the west of us. here in beautiful West Palm on a high 70s March evening. Bottom 7, here's Corey Dickerson against Miles Michaelis, who delivers just his 67th pitch of the night, strike number 46. And for St. Louis, Oscar Mercado in center. That ball ripped, and reaching up is the shortstop, Mason Wynn. Great swing, though, by Corey Dickerson.
That was a fantastic swing right here. Gets a pitch to do something with. And that's a hang with him. Be interesting, too, because you can replay later on. It's not, he wasn't on the other side of second base, but that's an interesting replay that's going to happen throughout the year. If the shortstop or second baseman who is up the middle creeps over enough and they are the one that fields it, you can challenge if they were on the wrong side of the base. But they have to be the one that fields it.
K-Beer, double down the right field line. 3-6-1 double play ball. Hit the ball hard both times. And he launches one to right. This one heading for the bullpen. Back to grab it, Burleson, who's having himself a night in right field. Strong throw earlier. Got back on that one, right back over his head. We're just kind of at the end of twilight time here. Lights are taking effect, but a good play.
Yeah, nice swing right there by K-Bert. And why is it a nice swing? It's a breaking ball in. He's not going out to get it. He stays tall, stays through it, and a great play by Burleson out there. 2 quick outs here in the 7th.
Well, this is a pitcher who's around the plate. And ever since Paul Goldschmidt came over from Arizona 3 years ago or so, they've been the best defensive team in the league.
Yep.
They were the worst the year before he became a Cardinal. Then, of course, they add Arenado to that mix. They are incomparable at the corners. It's what might happen in between that is the variable for them. But those two guys are as good as it gets.
And that's what I'm very interested with the Nats and getting Dom Smith. 29th in the league in errors last year, 104. And I think a lot of it is the first baseman being able to be that presence over there, that trust, right? Miss down is what he, as Dom says to the infielders.
Ooh. Is Michaelis going to pitch a complete game in his last outing of the spring? He's through 7 innings, and his pitch count is in the 70s.
Single game tickets to all Nationals home games are on sale now. It's just an attitude, and get your tickets at nats.com/tickets.
With authority, Franny. Here we go. To the top of the 8th inning, Alex Colomé, 34 years of age now. And last year for Colorado, 53 games, over a 5.5 ERA. Not a ton of strikeouts. By the way, Miles Michaelis is running out of the ballpark after 7 very good innings.
Well, he didn't work. He had 71 pitches, whatever it was.
Their fans gave him a standing O when he came off at the end of his 7th inning, and now he's running out to the parking lot like his third baseman did earlier. It's good work if you can get it. That's a good pitcher right there. Kind of a throwback guy. So Colomé delivers, and here's Juniel Caracuto. And we have a change behind the plate.
Garcia.
That is Francisco Arcia who takes over. And here in the booth, we have a big-time addition to our talent base here with Mark Zuckerman. MASNsports.com. Last time you came on, your half inning lasted about 2 minutes. So we'll see if we can give you a little more airtime tonight, Mark. Hey, I know you've been doing some writing and some speculating about the opening day lineup. And if I have read you correctly, we kind of know who the guys are. We just don't know where everybody's going to be hitting, and that could be kind of a floating decision, right?
Yeah, and I think that's a little odd that you would say that here at the end of camp. You don't really know where almost any of the 9 could bat almost anywhere at this point. We know who the 9 are, but you've seen Davey try a couple different things here over this week. I think Lane Thomas is going to lead off, but maybe not. He's tried Luis Garcia here a few days. I think Joey Meneses is going to hit 3rd, but maybe Dom Smith hits 3rd and Joey hits 2nd. I think it's going to depend on the matchups, who's in there on a given day. the one sense I have gotten from him is that he doesn't want to put a lot on the young guys, i.e. Abrams and Garcia, and put them at the top of the lineup to start the year. They may get there eventually, but I think he wants to take that pressure off them here at the outset.
Now, even with like Lane Thomas, the way that he's going so far, it hasn't been the greatest of springs, right? Is that playing into it?
I mean, a little bit. You know, Lane's an interesting case. Like, he's established himself now, but has he really established himself?
Well, especially early in the seasons, right?
Right.
And that's what I'm wondering is are they able and capable of easing him in to try to get him hot? You know, like he is in the second half.
Right. And Lane has talked about it, that the number one thing for him this year is consistency. He knows he's had great stretches, but has he done it month in, month out, all the way through? I think that's his number one priority this season. I think some people would like to see him, hey, take the leadoff spot, stay there, and see how he can do with it. But at some point, if you're not producing enough, you've got to have somebody up there who is getting on base more consistently.
So that one back to the screen with one out, suddenly a runner at third.
That looks like an annoyed Davey. Like, that's a part of what I feel like he's loved throughout the spring is it hasn't been the mental mistakes, the lapses so much, because that's been harped on.
Yeah, and, you know, Column A is an interesting spot here. He's a veteran. He obviously has a track record, but let's be honest, he has not had a great spring. And this is where you're going to have some interesting decisions over these final days. Are you keeping guys with track records based on what they've done in the past, but maybe not so much what you've seen from them over the last few weeks? Or are you going to go with some younger guys, less experienced, who have pitched better this spring, but do you really know when the light turns on what they're going to do next week?
Luke and Baker, big fella, really teeing off on one.
Hobie Harris would be one of those.
Yeah, Hobie's looked great this spring. And
it's a great name, too.
Of course. And so, I mean, you know, that's a fascinating question. No big league experience. Had a 0 ERA until the other day, finally gave up a run. Are you ready to make that commitment to him? Not really knowing how that's going to translate to the regular season. He's certainly in the mix. He's down there to the wire. I mean, there's probably 8 guys for 4 spots in the bullpen.
Which is fantastic.
It's a good problem to have, absolutely. And I'm curious, are they going to do this, make a decision before Sunday, or would they bring more of them north? Here's another possibility. Chad Kuhl tonight, there's no more starts for him down here. He's a minor league contract, remember. Right. So could they keep him down here, pitch in a minor league game, not officially be on the opening day roster? They don't need him until game 5 or game 6 of the season. That gives you an extra bullpen spot and try some guys out for a few days before you finally make that call.
And there are a bunch of days off in April.
That's a headache, isn't it, Bob?
Nats have 4 days off, Thursday, Monday, from April 13th until the 24th. So that whole 5th starter thing may not be that big of a thing for a while. So this one out to right. Alex Call, momentum, runners coming, throws coming, it's in time, and out at the plate.
Oh, that wasn't Alex. That was a new guy.
Number 91.
Number 91, we're going to find him.
That was an absolute seed.
That was Jacob Young in right for the Nats. Well done.
March 30th at 1:05 p.m. against the Atlanta Braves. They're on sale. Show up and show your Natitude for the 2023 season. Visit nats.com/tickets.
Well, here we go down to the end of spring training. Mark Zuckerman, Michael Chavis, versatile, speedy. Jeter Downs, speedy, little versatile. Matt Adams, the big stick, who can change a game with one swing. Tough decision.
Yeah, this one's going down to the wire as well. There's one spot left on the bench for one of these 3 guys. I feel like Downs, he still may have that high ceiling as a former top prospect. I don't know that they are going to find value in him being the 26th man on the team. They might want him playing every day at AAA. He may ultimately prove to be better than any of them, maybe make it up here, but I don't know if they feel like it makes the most sense for him to be here and playing, you know, once a week as the last guy off the bench. So then the question is, do you want the guy who's versatile, play a bunch of positions in Chavis, or do you want the big bat who could come off the bench and change a game, and obviously somebody who has experience with this organization, Matt Adams? And I'm not sure. I think there's some real internal debate on where to go with that one.
Downs out to center.
Well, with Matt Adams, and if you're bringing up Chavis and Matt Adams, you already have Ildemar Vargas. So you have a guy that can cover a lot of different positions. You have youth guys up the middle, right? You're not going to give a whole lot of days off. So where does that factor in everything?
I think it should. And, you know, I think it's always interesting. Managers are always looking for, well, what are the worst case scenarios? If this happens, well, I better have somebody else who can play shortstop or whatever that might be. And I get that. But how often does it really happen? And is there value in someone like Matt Adams, who, as we know, is going to be a good clubhouse influence on a young team? He's not going to care if he's not getting regular at-bats. He's just thrilled to be back here. And the one danger of it is, with the DH now, you just don't pinch hit that much.
Right.
So are there going to be opportunities for him? You know you have Joey Meneses, Dom Smith. There may not be that many opportunities for him, but I do think there's some value. And I'll tell you what, he has looked good this spring for a guy who hasn't been in the big leagues in a couple of years.
The other thing, too, is he's won here. He understands what it means to be, like, I feel like I know what it means to be a Nat here. We won, right? We were dang good. He knows what that is, and I feel like that needs to permeate through that clubhouse quite honestly.
And there are very few of them left at this point. So I do think there is value in that. So, yeah, I think it's an interesting call where they go with that. It could go either way. But there's, I think, value when you're talking about the last guy on your bench. It may have more to do with what you provide behind the scenes than what you're providing on the field.
So Lane Thomas gets a base hit in his final at bat. Actual pinch run for him. And Michael Chavis came in to play third base. He'll get his first debut here. Left-hander Zach Thompson, by the way, the St. Louis pitcher.
Chavis would fit in with that bullpen, though. Great hair.
He's got bullpen hair.
He does.
Cody Wilson, by the way, pinch running at first. Chavis on the spring, 8 for 38. A homer, 4 RBIs. Probably striking out too much at 13 right now. And a check swing.
Mark, being down here the whole time, or pretty much the whole time, what's different?
I think there is, you know, talk about there's not that many guys left from 19. There are a handful of them.
Right.
But it does feel like a little more of a clean break. They know where they are right now and what they're doing. Juan Soto was here last year. Obviously, everybody loved him. Such an important part of this franchise's history. But with him gone now, Josh Bell gone, it really is kind of a turning the page and, I'm not going to say starting over, but there's a group now. The core of this team is mostly new guys and a lot of younger guys, and they're sort of taking ownership of that. And I feel like there's a different level of optimism than maybe there was a year ago. Not to say that they think they're world beaters all of a sudden, but that this is their team now, and they're going to kind of grow through this together.
And I love that. I mean, being able to recognize that, I think, is huge. Right?
Yes.
Like, you see it, and you're around it every day. That's a big thing.
Yeah, and, you know, even young guys like Mackenzie Gore, who hasn't even officially pitched for the Nationals yet, he feels like he's an important part of this team, and he's acting like he is an important part of this
team. I hope so, because that stuff that he has.
Yeah, he was really good the other day.
3-2 and a throw over. Well, Mark, I don't think we came into the spring training expecting anything earth-shattering, monumental to happen. Have you been surprised by anything now over the last month?
There's nothing shocking there. Like I said, they are playing a better brand of baseball, more fundamental. The last week, the rotation, as you guys have outlined, has been outstanding, and that changes everything. Who knows if that's going to continue? But if they can get 5 to 6 innings and give yourselves a chance, it just makes everything better. The defense behind them is going to be better. That makes a difference. It will help a bullpen that we already know is probably the strength of the team. You know, let's see how this translates now, a week from now. But the rotation has to be better. They feel, even with the loss of Cade Cavalli, there's a feeling that it's going to be much better.
Well, even when you bring it up, like, I've been asked the question, like, well, how many losses do you think is going to happen? I'm like, I actually don't care right now, because I see athleticism. I see guys actually getting better from the end of last year to this year, and being in here, you know, watching games, being able to see it. The pitching is always going to dictate that.
Right.
And the depth and getting, you know, Josiah in there and McKenzie in there, and a year better, I feel like that means less losses.
Yeah, and
in general.
I'm kind of the same way that, like, we all want to know how many games you're going to win, but really, if those 6 young guys who are a part of this for the future, if they develop this year and do something and show like they are going to be a part of this long term, it almost doesn't matter. I know they don't want to hear that, but it almost doesn't matter what the record is if those guys do what they're supposed to do.
And they play with an edge. They play. I think that's the part I'm getting from Davey a lot, and especially from DeJohn and you know, hands down in the minor leagues. What they're preaching is to just get after it. Every day is your day to show something. And I love that. When it permeates through the entire organization like that, I think that's a big thing.
They know there's an opportunity.
Yep.
If you perform, you're going to get moved up the system, and they won't hesitate to bring you up here if they think you're ready for it.
Love it. How have you liked the pitch clock?
I haven't had to write on deadline yet. Starting next week, I'm going to have to adjust.
So you'll be on the clock.
It's a different deadline.
Yes. I mean, in my head, I kind of know when I need to start writing a game story. It's about the 6th inning or so.
Yeah.
I may need to move that up to about the 4th inning if this really does happen the way it's been happening all spring. But I do like it in general.
Darren Baker's batting average just dipped down from 750 to 600. He's 3 for 5 this spring. With that strikeout.
Well, his dad's not here, so he couldn't perform. He couldn't come through with the big moment.
So here's Riley Adams. He will hit for Dominic Smith in the DH spot.
How's Riley looked in your mind?
3 homers. So, you know, as we saw last year and the year before that, when he gets a hold of it, he's going to do some damage. A little bit more consistent. You know, you play more in spring training, and that'll be interesting to see how often does he actually catch, and can he stay hot when that's the case, when K-Bird is the #1 guy. Thompson
pounces well to take care of the inning. Mark, always a pleasure to have you with us, and we'll see you at Nationals Park
See you guys next week.
Mark Zuckerman, PassionSports.com, and the new app. Copyright its broadcast is presented by authority of the Washington Nationals Baseball Club and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. The accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Washington Nationals. Mass and Yacht, beautiful night, and Chad Kuhl on his outing tonight. How's he feeling?
I think just the consistency of, you know, driving the ball up in the zone and still being able to throw the 2-seamer. I just think, you know, I think that's going to be the biggest thing for me is being able to kind of do both and move the ball around all 4 quadrants. I feel like something I, you know, really haven't had in the past, and it's, you know, probably been the thing I'm most proud of, most consistent with.
Well, we heard Trevor Williams talking about his 2-time teammate earlier in the evening, and Franny, your assessment of his 92-pitch performance tonight?
I thought it was really good. I like the fact that he was talking about being able to use all 4 quadrants, being able to pitch up in the zone, but knowing that he's a sinker ball guy, right? Understanding that he's got to be able to keep it down. He can go up to get there, you know, that changes the eye level for the sinker. So I liked it. He was efficient. I think you're going to see a little bit more consistency with the breaking ball, which at times the slider was great. It's the other stuff that you're going to get to, and again, getting out of Colorado is going to be such a big deal for him.
Yeah.
Even if it's for a year, it doesn't matter. A couple years, doesn't matter.
So Juan Yepes with a base hit there. Pinch running it for him, Matt Koperniak at first base.
Coming in hot.
Mason Wynn, the shortstop. Base hit to right field last time, 1 for 3.
Talk about a live arm. Louis Peralta, 95 to 98 you're going to get. He's got a split, has a slider. Throws a lot of sliders.
Nationals will play the Astros here tomorrow. Sunday, they will close out their Florida spring training at Miami up in Jupiter. Off day Monday. And then Dan and Franny will join you for the Nats and the Yankees at noon on Tuesday. And of course, everybody looking toward next Thursday. 1:05 first pitch. The Braves are in. Unbelievable that the season is underway 6 days from now.
That was a quick offseason. Especially for us on the East Coast.
Max Fried, the lefty expected for the Braves. Southpaw's rule at Nats Park. Just looking at the weather today, it looks like high 50s and cloudy, at least for now. Dry is the good news.
That's what we're hoping for.
And we'll see how the forecast might change between now and then. There's a cue shot. Charging hard, Young from right field. Nothing he can do. Scampering Koperniak over to third. And now these young Cardinals have first and third. Nobody out. Mason Wynn 2 for 4.
Yeah, Mason Wynn just pokes it that way. You wish it was hit harder, because I would love to have seen Jacob Young in right field throw out the runner at third right here. He just had no chance. He almost got it. It was almost hit soft enough just to stay in the infield. But that throw he had at home plate to end the 7th, that was something special. Or end the 8th, sorry. That's the beauty of end of spring training games, is when you have the prospects that come up and do something that show you something that you haven't seen in a while. And Jacob Young coming in throwing something that, I mean, that came in hot. Really good arm.
Runner going at first. Ball gets away. 2 runners move up. In fact, the runner from first is going to move up 180 feet. And it's a 3-1 game on a wild pitch.
Yeah, that's going to upset Davey no matter what. Why? Because Arcia tries to backhand this to throw out the runner at second. Understandable, but there's a runner at third. It's the going back to retrieve the ball very nonchalantly, and a great job by Mason Wynn to take advantage of that. That's what he wanted to do on the last one, but again, it's, you see the guy, running towards second base. That's first initial thought, and then you lose track of that runner at third, and instead of going to a block, you go to pick, and the pick goes by, run scores.
Kisner, the catcher's gone all the way up the middle, well placed. 4-1.
Yeah, well placed, but guess what? That's a 6-3 if the runner's just at second base. And that's the stuff that we saw last year, that obviously with the younger guys in right now, you're hopefully we're going to see the transformation of that. But those are the mistakes that ended up biting the Nats. And if you get that, you get rid of that, you play a crisp brand of baseball, and you not give up the extra 90, those outs become outs. Those ground balls right there become outs because you don't have to play the infield in. An actual hit and run that was on. Amazing.
Kramer Robertson 0 for 3 in the 9th spot tonight. And that's blown away. 2-1.
Little ground ball right here, double play. 3-1 count, not bad. Let's go. But this is where innings, and especially with the pitch clock, is going to be able. I mean, I think Jim Hickey's going to go and make a call down to the bullpen right now, but things can spiral on you quickly.
Willie Peralta, 33 years of age. 28 games, 1 start, 2.58 ERA with Detroit last year. 32 strikeouts in 38 innings, but 24 walks. Runners started, then stopped, and this went into the screen. And there's a walk. 4 consecutive base runners here.
The negative has been the walks, the soft contact, the hits, whatever. But that's soft contact. That's not a negative. You're getting weak swings if you're Willie Peralta right now. So I mean that is a positive. Just got to get over the zone. Got to be, you know, find a way to get in there. Now 30 seconds on the shot clock for Jim Hickey. He's got to be in good shape this year, because he's got to get out there, get on the mound, you have the conversation, then come back, because they could get you for a ball. Pinch runner at second base now.
Irving Lopez.
Yeah. You want to keep a nice scorebook for this, huh? I ripped mine up.
It's a mess.
Mine's ripped up. The moment the line change comes, it's just like, yep. Just right who's out there defensively.
Long run, Young. And the ball falls fair. Possibility of a force play at second where the runner is not able to do much, but everybody's safe.
What a great effort right there by Jacob Young. And not only does he not come up with it, the effort to get the runner going from first to second, because he did not extend out there. What a chance and opportunity. He probably wants to get that, obviously. But he hops up quickly, responds, gets it, and fires a bullet to second. Bang, bang.
And this one popped up on the first pitch to Nolan Gorman. Jeter Downs for the first out. Back to Juniel Quetecuto. Third at bat after Nolan Arenado went 2 for 2 with an RBI and got to head for the parking lot after his at bat in the 3rd inning. Miles Michaelis followed him out of the ballpark after the 7th. And it's in there.
You like saying his name.
Michaelis?
No.
Oh, Quetecuto.
Yeah. Well played.
And a good block by Arcia.
That's just interesting that we're witnessing right now. This is, I feel like, the difference in ball game that we're we've been accustomed to. These are the innings that get away and take forever because guys are walking around, trying to gather their thoughts, every pitch, trying to make sure that, okay, I got to get back in the zone. But now it's get on the mound, get going. Try to forget as quickly as possible.
And the 1-2 grounded right side. Knocked down by Darren Baker. Safe at second. Everybody moves up, and now it's 5-1. Ball's not exactly line driving all over the ballpark right now, but St. Louis putting the ball in play and benefiting from that.
It just kicks up on his heel, but a nice job to scramble for it. And I feel like Jeter he wasn't expecting the clean flip, right? I mean, as an infielder, when the ball scatters away from you and you're on the ground, you probably don't get a whole lot on it. That was a nice little pickup by Darren Baker off the bounce.
Justin Turner next. He's been in the ball game playing right field. Ran for Alec Burleson after his double couple of innings ago. Wears the same number as the starting catcher, Andrew Kisner.
Has there been a number that you've seen on the field more? Like, was there 3 22s on the field ever at once?
Not in baseball.
In spring.
Spring football, maybe.
But I mean,
I don't know.
You could have 2 7s. We've seen it a couple times, I feel like, with 2. I just wonder if there's a max number that you've seen.
And there's another ball put into play. And then the shortstop, Jeter Downs, ran into the umpire. Throw home, cut off, 2 more score. 9th inning getting out of hand here for Willie Peralta.
Another one of those soft contacts, and Jeter Downs, it knuckles on him a little bit, but he gets screened out. Great pick play. Back pick by the second base umpire. I think that's Carlos Torres out there, but watch as he goes back, pick set. See that he was part of the play. And Dalen Lyle, who's in left field right now, comes up, fires a good ball, but Matt Adams does a great job to recognize we have an open base at third. I'm going to get it, and I'm going to start moving towards third.
So Willie Peralta faces 8 batters, retires 1, throws a wild pitch, responsible for up to 7 runs. To get a couple of outs and end this long top of the 9th. Andres Machado gets the call, and he's facing Luken Baker, who hit that fly ball to right last time, resulting in the 9-2 double play on the brilliant throw by the Nats right fielder Jacob Young.
Do you remember the ex-Pirate player Cal Eldred?
Oh yeah.
Doesn't this look like him in the box? Massive.
You talking about the pitcher Cal Eldred?
No, the hitter.
I thought Cal Eldred was a pitcher, but I could be mistaken.
Either or, they're huge. This guy's big.
There's a busted bat. He'll get the middle runner, and then almost got the double play after a double pump by Jeter Downs. It'll go as a 4-6. Gatakuto over to third. Turner forced out, and the fielder's choice puts Baker at first.
Yeah, nice job right here by Darren Baker, going to his left, far over, and a perfect feed. Jeter Downs, a little bit of a double pump right there, coming across the bag. And still gets a ton on that throw. My goodness.
Matt Koperniak, who pinch ran in this inning for Juan Yepes, 9 spots later is the hitter. So he came in as a pinch runner in the game, and he gets an AB here.
Oh, it's Brad Eldred, not Cal. Duh.
Yeah. Okay. Brad. Yeah. Cal Eldred.
Brad was 6'5", like 250, and raked. Still doing stuff, I believe, with the Pirates. That's that Luken Baker guy in the box reminded me of him.
Large. Yeah. And Machado with the strikeout. That's it. 5 runs for the Cardinals in the 9th. Nats have 3 outs left in this 7-1 game. Beautiful night, 80 at game time here in West Palm Beach. Scoreboard gets a little ugly late in this one. And the Nats will have Matt Adams leading off the bottom of the ninth, and this is left-hander Packy Naughton. 26 years of age, Boston native, originally drafted by the Reds.
10th
out of Virginia Polytechnic Institute and State University in Blacksburg. I think we call it Tech.
Yeah.
So Matt Adams, Matt gets a nice hand from the Nats fans and the Cardinal fans here. Did some good things for both ball clubs. Kind of riding that Washington-Atlanta St. Louis shuttle for a couple of years. Matt having a great spring, batting .342.
Consistent at bats, barreling up balls, putting on a show in BP, but again, showing the way of what it's like, what it's supposed to be around here.
One ball, two strikes, lefty lefty here.
Dalen Lyle on deck.
Yeah, a young guy who's 5 out of 8 this spring.
Yeah. And I get to say his name, and it's easy.
You can have those. Perfect location, outside edge, 1 out.
Edge-ish. That was a little nice. Good take. You're not gonna do much with that.
So Dalen Lyle is 5 out of 8, couple of RBIs. From Louisville. That's second rounder just 2 years ago. Quick at bat, 2 outs. Now Jacob Young.
That Dalen Lyle kid, though, whew, he can rake. Coming off of Tommy John surgery, missed all of last year. The hit tool is there.
Naughton working quickly. Fastball fades outside. Jacob Young hitting 5 ABs this spring.
2-0 changeup. That was nasty right there.
And that fastball right in there, 2-2.
Good take. 2-0 changeup. Good slider right there. Spits on that. Don't be afraid of 3-2. He's going to see a changeup again. See it up.
And a high chopper left side. It's charged by Ketakuto, and it gets underneath him into left field. Not an easy play. We'll see how they score it. And that'll give Francisco Arcia a chance to get an AB here in the 9th inning.
Give him a knock. Why not? It's do or die play as he comes in on it. 3-2 changeup. That's what he saw.
I'm seeing a second error on the board for St. Louis. Francisco Arcia, and he's going to wear that one on the first pitch, boring in on him. So just like that, 2 on, 2 out.
I say, hopefully the hitters knew who was up right there. No one was on deck.
Jeter Downs is in the 8th spot. Just now getting his gloves on. That 2-batter sequence happened pretty quickly. First at bat last inning, led off the 8th, hit a fly ball to center. Six hits and 39 at-bats for the Red Sox last year. Nats got him off waivers December 22nd.
He's an uber prospect for a while.
Yeah, former first rounder 6 years ago, 32nd overall player taken. This should end it. They go the short way 5-4, and this game is over at 8:33. Going 2 hours and 27 minutes, despite a very long top of the 9th inning. So the Nats are 12-11-2 on the spring. St. Louis improves to 15-6-4. Miles Michaelis, 7 really good innings. He beats Chad Gould. And we invite you to join us Tuesday when the Nats and the Yankees get together at Nationals Park. We'll get you going at noon. First pitch, 12:05. This has been a presentation of Masson. For our great crew back in D.C. and for Franny, Bob Carpenter. See you opening day.